What's up, guys? Today we're working on 2008 C300. My buddy of mine called me. He said the ignition doesn't want to turn on. Basically everything works. You can open the trunk, and when you use the key swap, you press lock and unlock. It works. The lights inside works. The radio works. Open door, lock, open works. But when you try to put a key into the swap switch, when you try to turn it, it doesn't want to turn anything. It only says key, remove the key from the swap. It doesn't want to recognize the key swap. So first what I did is I took off the carpets from the passenger side and the driver's side. The reason why I did that, because usually how it works in a car is that there's a between BCM, body control module, and key swap, there's a bridge. There's always a bridge between them that connects BCM and key swap, and usually it's like a little module somewhere under the dashboard, usually in the back of the car seat. On a Mercedes, they call them distributors. They are sitting in those little plastics here. You push those two buttons, you can open it, and that's how they look. There's one here and just two more over there. So I went to the dealer. I purchased them. They are like $55. About 5 of them. There's 3 on this side and 2 on that side. I thought that was a problem. The reason I thought it was a problem because it's in the floor, so the moisture gets into them and they actually go bad. Sometimes they can't read. But it didn't change anything. You don't need to program them. You just gotta install them. It didn't work for me, so I have to look for another issue. So I figured maybe it's just a ignition switch itself. So I went to this side of the thing. I took it apart. Basically how you take it apart is you open this plastic out, pull the wheel all the way up, you unclip those plastic, lift it up as much as you can, and in order to take the ignition off, it'll be sitting like this. And the other side, from that side, you gotta take a screwdriver basically, and you put it inside and trying to turn it. There's a clip over there, and you just turn it to the left and you unscrew this whole thing. It comes off, and basically it says here it comes off, and then you just press that thing down. It's sitting on the clips. From this I just press it down, and I squeeze it out from this side. I don't know how, maybe there's a proper way to do it, but this is the best way I found. I squeeze it out from this side, right here, from this little hole. It just came out. And before you pull it out all the way, you have to unplug this cable and 2 plugs. This cable is holding the key. If you have the switch sitting over here and the key's inside and the battery is that, you won't be able to pull it out, the key. In order for you to pull out the key, you have to remove this cable from here. And as soon as you're gonna remove that cable, the key will get loose right away. So there's 2 clips over here. When it's the whole setting, you press it, 2 clips with 2 fingers, and you push it in, and it just pops out. There's a little switch sitting there and holding the key. When you release that, the key will come off, and then you will be able to pull it out from the hole. You just gotta play near here, left and right. I took off this little plastic, and so I went through this, and I unplugged a few wires. So I took off the ignition off swap, and I was looking, what's the problem? Maybe is this the problem or not? And I look at closer, and this thing is moving left and right. You can see it's not stable, just wobbling. So I figured to plug it in like this, back to the, like I plugged it like this, and I moved a little bit left and right. Make sure you put it right direction, because there's no plastic. You don't know which one positive, which one negative. Make sure you put it in right way. So when I plug it like this, and I wiggle it and try to turn the ignition on, it went on and it start the car. So now I know it's the, for sure this is the ignition switch. Now, if you get stuck somewhere in the field or at the yard or in the garage, you would have to probably get the tow truck to get this car to the dealer to program new ignition switch. How I did it, I went to the junkyard. I paid $100 for this used ignition switch. They coming from 2008. They fit 2008 till 2011. So I purchased this for $100. Mass Used Auto Parts dealership. They're a good junkyard. I like them. And I live in Mass. I purchased this one, and I'm not gonna bring the car to the dealership. I want to save some money, so we can program this. How we can program this without dealership is taking information from this module, from that key, my original key, and putting all information over here. But you have to do this manual. If you guys really don't want to go take this to the dealership, you can take this off ignition and send me your key and swap ignition, and I can program it for you. Obviously, you gotta either buy a new swap ignition or just write me a comment to buy it for you. I can do that. I can find your used swap or buy a new swap, and I can do that for you if you don't want to bring that car to the dealership. And I'm gonna send you back the program one if you want me to do that. But anyway, so I'm gonna put this back. I already programmed this one. I'm gonna put this back all together and start the car. Yeah, so wish me luck. Stay follow, subscribe, take it easy.